Oh, God.
You did everything you tried, ma'am?
This is the man who said that that he makes the laws.
You want to put yourself
Literally,
in the
that's what
try?
he said. You take your hands off the tray. You can take your hands off the tray till I'm done.
Put your stuff in a try.
Siler is his name. Siler. Let's go. You've got my stuff. What's the problem? Why aren't you putting my stuff through? Why are you not putting my belongings through?
You want to put yourself in the tray or not?
I did. You have everything.
Cell phone and hat.
I'm sorry, what?
Cell phone and hat.
Oh, well, the cell phone goes in at last because I'm recording.
Okay, we're done.
Okay. So the Chevron Act was revoked. Don't hit my stuff. The Chevron Act was revoked in the state of Florida in 2018. What the Chevron Act does is it says that you don't go by policy, you go by the Constitution. And you go by the statutes. So it was revoked in the state of Florida in 2018 on June 25th, 2024. It's 10:28 in the morning right now. On January 25th, 2024, or about that date, the United States Supreme Court also revoked the Chevron Act, okay? There is nothing that gives them the right to make policy. Nothing. Policy is made by lawmakers, which is the legislative branch. They don't have the right to basically try to make me dance like a circus bear. And that's what they're trying to do. And this behavior is illegal. Now, the woman with the bun here has stated previously that the first time that I encountered this, they can just wand you. So she knows that if they have a problem, oh, now she's denying it. Interesting. I probably have it. I do have it on video. So I can show this, that she did that. Now, they're allowed to lie when they're trying to get a confession or something like that. But generally speaking, they're not allowed to lie. And when they lie, it becomes fraud because it is their intention to hurt you with it. Now, their actions here are harming me. They're harming me because this is harassment. It's emotional. It's intentional emotion. IID, intentional infliction of emotional distress. It also I'm going to the law library. Believe it or not, I have to deal with this nonsense to get to the law library. And each case that I have is a violation of false arrest by officers, either police officers or deputies. These guys are backing that illegal behavior, and they're trying to make it so that I can't get into the court to work on my case. Literally. This guy over here, Siler, he has said, you have a case in Sarasota. Like I'm somehow a problem because I have a lawsuit against, or actually it's still the criminal case where I was falsely arrested for stuff very similar to this. So these guys are trying to prove their right to break the law. Now, their violation of my access to the courts, okay, it's a 14th Amendment violation. It's a violation of my due process right. It's a violation of being treated equally under the same circumstances, okay? That's what's happening here. So it's also a violation of my 5th and my 6th Amendment rights. And when that man puts his hands on my belongings, it is a violation of my 4th Amendment rights, which is search and seizure, because that man does not have a warrant. None of these people do, okay? my cases are both civil and criminal. And so that's why it's both a violation of my Fifth and Sixth Amendment rights. Another problem here, well, it's simply I really need to get my work done. When this happened last Friday, I had a hearing and they kept me out here for nearly a half hour, refusing to let me get in. I don't have to take my hat off. There's no law. They're not following the law. So another problem here is 876.05 in the state of Florida is their oath to uphold the United States and the Florida Constitution. Well, the Constitution was just changed, right? In 2018, the Florida Constitution, which revoked by vote, the Florida residents voted to get rid of the Chevron Act, which deferred to policy. And the Supreme Court ruled, like I said, on June 25th, or thereabout, of 2024, that the Chevron Act is revoked at also a federal level. Now that defers to agencies for policy, okay? The Supreme Court said it was always wrong that they did that they never had the right to do that, and of course they don't. What happened is it took away the judiciary's right to determine whether or not a law had been broken, and it gave the right to the executive branch, which has no authority, okay? Only the legislative branch has the right to make laws. Now, these guys are trying to make laws. Their policies, it's just some stranger coming up to me and demanding that I do something that I do not have to do, okay? My hat is a cloth hat. There is nothing, you could wand it, okay? They're not making you take off the rest of your clothes, and they can't, okay? I have violated no law. I keep my phone with me. Now they put your phone down. I don't have to until it's going through. Okay, and I'm not putting it down because of this nonsense and because I need to record it. This is a suable offense. They're violating my rights. They're acting outside the law. They're acting under color of law. Under color of law means that it's tainted behavior. Okay, they're not doing their job. That is what these things mean. And they're standing there doing the wrong thing, illegally doing the wrong thing, blocking my access to the courts. It is a 14th, 6th, and 5th Amendment right to be able to get into that room right there, that law library, to access the courts, okay? It is part of my process. That means that they are violating my right to a fair trial. That is another constitutional violation at a state and federal level. It also means that they are making sure that I don't have due process. Another violation at a state and federal level. Do you know how many violations of law I just gave you at a state and federal level, at a constitutional level? There is no law that says I have to take my hat off. There is a state law, I think it's 876.12, that says you have to, in a government building, take your mask off, that you may not wear a mask in a government building. This is a government building. This is a courthouse, okay? It's the Pinellas County Courthouse. It's the old courthouse. So you can't wear a mask in here. And if the legislature, okay, one of our three branches of government, the legislative branch, and that means that they make rules, if they had a problem with people wearing a hat in here, they would have made a law that said that you could not do it. So these people have no right to create laws, to force you to do something that is outside of the law, and they don't have the right to back up anyone else who's telling them to do this, okay? So if their sergeant is saying, hey, go kill that guy, they're going to say no, because it's illegal, okay? They can't just randomly go kill people. Well, you can't randomly go break any other law either. These are laws that they are breaking. They may not do it. So they're saying, I'm just following the rules. Well, the rules are illegal. If you go and kill someone, you don't have the right. Is that legal because Sergeant Hinson told you to? No, it wouldn't be legal now, would it? And you wouldn't follow the rule because the rule broke the law. This is how it works, okay? These people have no ground to stand on. They have to let me through. I have 10 cases I'm working on, okay? Literally. I've got different areas of the cases. Now, Seiler just told someone not to come out of the law library. The question is, why is someone just hovering in the law library? And why would he tell someone not to go in? Everything they're doing is in violation of the law. I have not done anything wrong. Nothing. This is my right to go through. It's my right to stand my ground. They are acting as criminals. If you go and you shoot someone and you didn't have the right to do it, you're a criminal. There are laws that protect us. If I don't have to take my hat off, there are laws that protect me. If you try to go outside of that law, you are acting outside of the law, which makes you a criminal. If you block my access to the court so I can't work on my court case, and these people have taunted me, not the lady in the bun, but these people, Seiler, taunted me repeatedly. I even made a video and put it up where he said that he makes the laws. Literally. And you know what? When his sergeant found out, it was missing. I had put it on Rumble. 2 days later, it was deactivated. Don't get happy on that one because I can find it, Seiler, and I will find it, and I will put it back up. But they literally have that kind of reach, and of course, that's totally illegal. Totally. Just start with wire fraud, okay? I mean, these acts that they're doing isn't what we hired them for at all. We hired them to protect us in case there's someone out there who's harming us. Look at this building, okay? No one comes in here. Have you seen anyone come in here? I've been here for a little while, right? No one comes in here. There's a couple hearings a week, and not hearings, but like someone got a traffic ticket and maybe they're disputing it kind of thing, but they don't even, maybe hearings. I mean, literally, that's it. So you see that big building across the street there? That is the new courthouse. So obviously these things here in this courthouse should just be moved over there. You do not under any circumstances ever need to go through this to get to a law library. This is absurd. You know, you do a law library, you walk in the door and you get your legal study done. That's the entire process of a law library entrance, okay? I mean, it's that simple. But look what they're doing. We got 3 cops here, and this happens every single time I try to go to the law library. So we're talking about a couple months of them doing this to me every single day. They did it before then, but I was still taking classes, right? And so I wasn't able to come in here like I can right now and just like get this stuff done. But they're blocking me from getting it done. This is a violation of law on all the levels that I just mentioned. Can you imagine? So now I'm going to have to take my hat off, which doesn't mean that I want to. It means that they're forcing me to. Like if someone's holding you at gunpoint and tells you to do something, you only do it because you're afraid to get shot if you don't do it. It's under duress and it's coercion. They have coerced you into doing it. That's what's happening here. Now I'm going to take my hat off under coercion and under duress because I've got to get my legal study done.